Hello everyone, so this is Alex Sutler with the SmartCloud Connect for Salesforce. Thank you for taking your time to join our webinar, What Benefits Salesforce Email Integration Provides for My Business. So again, let me introduce myself and my colleague, Femi Fakuade.
Hello everybody, this is Femi Fakuade.
So yes, we work with Femi in one team as a strategic account executives, and so we will be doing this presentation for you today. If you do have some questions, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to help you out.
So a little bit about us. Invisible Solution has been in the market for 12 years right now, and we actually beat ourselves as the #1 enterprise sales solution. We've been named a cool vendor in 2006 by Gartner, and also Bill Gates also made mention of us in one of the Microsoft conferences. So we basically offer unique ROI terms, and now Alex can also jump into our key OME partners.
Yes, so Salesforce integration is just one of the platforms that we are working with. SmartCloud provides integration for many other platforms, and not just CRM platforms such as SAP or Microsoft. We believe that to make your reps more productive, we should integrate as many different platforms your reps might be using into one place. And so let's say if you're using any ERP system or maybe any ECM system or any other platforms that you would like to bring into your inbox, we're the guys to talk about this. The reason for this is that we want to help you to not just integrate your data, but the business processes. We believe that's the key to make your business successful. And I guess Femi, if you would mind to provide a brief introduction to what solution we offer and what it consists of.
So basically, SmartCloud Connect is divided into two key aspects. So the first one is being able to exchange data, and we are also very conscious about data integrity. So we provide a bi-directional synchronization and being able to differentiate your personal work data from your day-to-day data as well. And also you'll be able to visualize only vital information towards boosting up your business goals automatically.
Also worth mentioning that we're not trying to change the habits of your employees. So we do not have any specific app that would be different to what they're currently using. SmartCloud is an add-in to the Outlook, and I guess most of your employees are already using that. So if they use Outlook client or Outlook web application, SmartCloud would be an add-in for it. Additionally, if you use a mobile phone, let's say an iPhone or Android phone, again, you don't need to install any specific app to use our solution. You just use Outlook for iOS on the iPhone or iPad, or your Outlook for Android, and you'd be ready to use our solution, which is embedded as an add-in in the Outlook.
So ranging from the smart intelligence that we provide, the solution is very robust with essential AI data analysis, being able to track past interactions in terms of customer engagement, and also being able to analyze given data or decisions, which will be very, very useful for managerial tasks, and a very, very simple UI platform, which is very, very user-friendly and intelligent with detailed chat box.
All right, so back to the topic of our webinar today. So how does SmartCloud helps my reps? So what do you guys do that can help my business, right? So what's in it for me and what value can offer for my business? So for reps wise, SmartCloud offers sidebar in your Outlook or Outlook web application that provides a full 360-degree view of all your CRM data right inside of the inbox. So no need for your reps to jump between different platforms, between your Salesforce, between your Outlook, just to look up for the data or create a task maybe, or log an email, as everything is visible from one spot, which is their inbox.
Also, one of the values that SmartCloud provide is being able to save your reps time. That is being able to elaborate fully in terms of full automations of emails, and also being able to input the right data ranging from calendar communications, and also being able to schedule the right meeting time slots.
Yeah, in fact, I can tell you what your reps hate the most, and this is doing the data entry into the CRM. And obviously, your data integrity depends in your CRM depends on how diligent your reps are doing their data entries. And so with the SmartCloud Connect, it's no-brainer now because that is really to be done with our tool, and we'll show you today exactly how that works with the data entry. Now, additional value that SmartCloud provides is that it's not just an integration tool like I just mentioned in the beginning of this webinar. It's a solution. It's a productivity solution to help your reps to become more productive. And one of those things that SmartCloud offers is some productivity features. One of those is the ability to increase the follow-up rates for your reps with our calendar assistant. And email calendar assistant allows your reps to offer more than one time slot for the follow-up rate, and thus significantly increasing the follow-up rate with your prospects or with your company's customers.
Others of values the SmartCloud Connect offers is being able to actually shorten the deal closure for your reps. So basically providing a detailed integration with social media, giving your reps a specific integration to understand who they're really dealing with, and also being able to navigate the key people to actually decide in closing your deal faster. And also tracking email communication, that is being able to know when your clients have read your email and without having to wait to send out the necessary follow-up steps.
Or making another call, right? If you send some important email, your reps know immediately when that email got opened, so they don't have to wonder or wait for another follow-up scheduled date for just to find out whether or not the email they sent was delivered, because they will see it through the SmartCloud Connect.
Yeah.
So another great solution that SmartCloud has is an integration of Salesforce email templates natively into your Outlook. So if your reps needs to send a thank you email maybe, or an email to say that, hey, I left you a voicemail, they don't have to waste their time on composing the email. Instead, they can just use Salesforce templates, and that looks quite native in their Outlook. Again, we'll show you how that works with SmartCloud Connect.
So what does SmartCloud Connect value provides for executives and also top management?
Yeah, so obviously this is the solution for your reps. Now, what's in it for the top management? So obviously, being in a management position, you want to understand what's happening on the side of the reps. You want to see all their activities, and preferably in your CRM, so you don't have to look into each of their email boxes or run reports. So what does SmartCloud do? It logs every activity of your reps into your CRM system, into your Salesforce. You can basically create natively your reports in Salesforce and see what emails they send, to whom, how often, when they respond. And again, we will show you how that looks like with the SmartCloud Connect, what data SmartCloud provides for the Salesforce, so your executive team could stay on top of the things in the company. So one of the things that's worth mentioning is obviously that SmartCloud automatically logs all the emails into Salesforce. So whatever emails are sent or received are being matched with the appropriate Salesforce records, and so that way you have full activity history of the email exchange between your reps and your company's prospects or your company's customers.
And also, it also provides a bi-directional integration with calendars, and also being able to integrate recurring meeting sync. And once again, this is the only tool that also provides a detailed delegated calendar sync, allowing a detailed calendar sync between your group's organization.
By the way, we just have a question. Does SmartCloud supports recurring calendar events? So yes, with SmartCloud sync functionality, you can sync into your Salesforce, not just your one-by-one meetings and appointments that you have in your calendar into Salesforce, but also your recurring events. By the way, another question just came in through our chat, and the question is, does SmartCloud support Microsoft Exchange Server 2003 from Tamara? Tamara, we work with Email Exchange 2010, By the way, we're one of the unique solutions that do that. So 2010, if you have this email exchange still, we would be able to support this for you. Obviously 2013 as well, and of course 2016. But unfortunately, no, you will need to upgrade your 23 to a newer version of the email exchange. So besides the calendar and email sync, SmartCloud also allows you to synchronize all the contacts you have in Salesforce into your email client and vice versa. Whatever contacts you've created in your email clients, those can be automatically synchronized into your Salesforce with our bi-directional sync functionality.
And as well as detailed calendar sync. So we provide full automation of attachments, and also being able to attach attachments to specific Salesforce records easily.
By the way, it's not just the Salesforce that you can make attach those documents. If you guys use any third-party file exchange platforms, right, you can also use SmartCloud to attach those email attachments to those platforms like OneDrive or
SpringCM,
Litify. Yes, so Litify. So if you do use those, again, you can use SmartCloud solution to work with those document flow platforms. So the process of using SmartCloud is very simple. So you would install it. SmartCloud has two different versions of its tool: a cloud-based version that is that you can install from your Office 365 App Store, or a desktop version that you can also install using the exact file. But again, it depends on your current environment, and we can advise you which one would be most suitable for you. And then once you have SmartCloud enabled, you will just log into your Salesforce and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, we will start the actual demo of the SmartCloud Connect. So let me quickly show you my email client. So I'll go back to my Outlook, and over here you can see the sidebar the SmartCloud Connect provides. So using that sidebar, basically, I am able to see everything what I need to work with my Salesforce records. So for example, I've just barely opened an email from Todd Gardner, right? And what I see in the sidebar that I have nothing about this person in my Salesforce. SmartCloud suggests that I create a new record of Todd in my Salesforce. So being a sales rep, I want to do that as quick as possible. I don't want to waste my time on copying and pasting everything into Salesforce, jumping between different windows. I want to do it preferably in my inbox and as quick as possible. So let me show you how that works. So let's say I want to create a new lead. So I hit new lead, and you see what happens. SmartCloud intelligently pre-fills all relevant fields in Salesforce, like Todd first name, Gardner last name, salutation. So I can just I pick the website, for example, then maybe the phone number as well. So basically what SmartCloud does, it just parses the email content and then suggests what can be entered into your Salesforce. And then all you have to do is just hit create, and that's it. You're ready to go. So you see, I've just barely created this new record in Salesforce. It's right over here. Now, using SmartCloud further, I can look up for that person on the social media. You see, I have the LinkedIn icon here, so I can check if Todd Gardner is on LinkedIn, or I can look up for his company information on LinkedIn, go to his website, and again, this is all done with the SmartCloud Connect integration with the social media side. So I understand exactly who I'm working with and how I can do business with Todd. So you see, just found Todd details, Todd profile on the social media, and obviously I can now look up into his responsibility to understand what next step I should take into the SmartCloud, into my business with him. So besides that, obviously, what else I can do using SmartCloud sidebar as the representative? So let's say if I need to leave a note on Todd's account that I just barely created, again, I don't have to switch screens. I can do everything from the sidebar. So let's say I want to leave a quick memo, and I want to say I just called Todd and left a voicemail, for example, right? So as you see, I do everything from my inbox. I don't have to do that in the Salesforce. I don't have to switch screens. So you see the note that I left, it adds the timestamp, today's date, my time, my name, and also the note that I left. So if I leave another note, again called, for example, it will just append that node on top to the previous node. So that way I have a chronological order of all nodes that I've added to this contact. Additionally, using SmartCloud, I can easily edit this record in Salesforce. So I don't have to do that in the side of the Salesforce.com. I can do everything from the sidebar. You see, I can edit any field value, like the first name maybe, or the last name. So anything I wish, the company name, whatever. Also, SmartCloud offers the unique solution on the market, and this is the customization possibility of the sidebar. It comes out of the box, so you don't have to contact our developers in case if you have some custom object in your Salesforce, a custom field that you want to add to the sidebar. And this is available with our customization functionality. So all you do is just click on the customization, and then you basically are able to decide what additional field you want to add to the sidebar, or what field you want to remove, or what object you want to add, or what object you want to remove. That way you can tailor this sidebar accordingly to your daily business processes. So if you have reps working in different divisions, maybe support, maybe sales, each of those guys can create their own view to work only with those Salesforce records that is relevant to their daily business processes. Before we continue with the presentation, I would like to invite you guys to participate in one of our polls that we've created. And the first question I have for you: do you have any integration between Salesforce and your inbox as of now? So if you could take a vote and vote for whatever is more applicable for you, we would appreciate, and then we'll show that to everyone else. All right, thank you for your vote. So let me show you what we've got so far. So I'll close this poll and share it with you on the screen. You should see the poll's results. So 69% of our attendees said that you already have the integration with the Salesforce and your email, but for now you're just exploring different options. So obviously, probably you're not quite satisfied what you're currently getting, right? 23% of our attendees say that you will consider such integration in the future. And 8% say no, but we want to implement it as soon as possible. So 8% of our attendees don't have any integration as of now. All right, so I will let my colleague Femi to share his screen with us, and he will show you today how SmartCloud helps your reps to shorten their deal closure time, and how SmartCloud helps your reps to increase the follow-up rates with the company's prospects and customers.
Great. So how does SmartCloud Connect help reps to shorten deal closure? So basically, you can easily put in follow-up notes on all your deals. So a quick example will be, this is Lucy Good. I just got an email from Lucy Good right now, and with SmartCloud Connect, I can have a detailed view of all my communications based on the descriptions that I have here on the lead. But obviously, she's requesting me to send out a detailed price code. Now, I could actually create a price code right now, but I can also use our native integration to templates, which basically provides me to work smartly, so I can reply using the templates here, and your users will be able to have access to all the templates that you've created, or rather they can just go through the route on typing in the template they intend to use.
So I will share with you guys how I typically use this feature. So I make a lot of calls a day, right? And I have to leave a voicemail, as often happens, right? But you know, typically you have to wait maybe days even when people will actually listen to their voicemails. And so what I do, besides actually leaving the voicemail, I would also let them know that I left them a voicemail via email. Yeah. And so I created the template in Salesforce. And as I'm leaving the voicemail, which typically lasts for about 30 seconds or so, I would have an email composed from the email template that I left him a voicemail. And that happens like in 10 seconds. You just noticed with Femi, it took him like 5 seconds to compose the email that he got. and you already see his signature in the email, so it looks native to the Outlook. It doesn't seem like it's been automated. It seems like he manually typed that email.
Of course, and before you even send out that email, you can use our quick activity tab here to log a quick follow-up call here, or rather you can even add a new task just to follow up loosely good in case you have called and you sent out a follow-up email just to remind yourself to call within the next day, and you can just choose the right date as well.
So again, you don't need to go into Salesforce to create a task. You can do that right inside of the inbox using SmartCloud add-in. And this feature is really helpful with the mobile devices support. I travel a lot, and often when I travel, I get email from my prospects. And obviously I read those emails as I'm traveling, but really I don't have time to respond properly, right? Because I'm on the road. And so what I do, I just open SmartCloud on my iPhone, and I go to Outlook for iOS, open SmartCloud there, and just create myself a follow-up task when I'm back in the office that I should respond back to this email. And so typically it takes me about 15-20 seconds to create the reminder, and once I'm back in the office, I'll have the open activity to respond to that specific email that I've read on the way to, let's say, my business appointment while I was traveling.
But also, I also like our users to understand that with SmartCloud Connect, in trying to close your deals on a fast pace, we also provide our users with an activity timeline, because this, for example, this is an account that I'm working with. You can see I have a detailed visualization of the opportunity. But if I go down to the Open Activities, that is the activity timeline, you can see SmartCloud Connect has brought out all the activities that I have next for this account and for this opportunity. And you can see I have a detailed POC call, discussion with my team. So I have all the activities that I have here, and it is fully customizable. You can put it to the open task or just the activity timeline for the past as well.
Right. So again, you don't have to go to Salesforce to see what open activity you have.
Yeah.
You see it right in your inbox, in your SmartCloud add-in. So if you open the task to follow up, you will remember, oh, I have to send this guy an email. So you will go ahead and send the email, because you will see a reminder in the sidebar for in the open activities. All right, Femi, if you could also show how the SmartCloud helps you to increase your follow-up rates. We all know the situation when you are on the call with the prospect, and they ask you for a call, let's say next Wednesday or Thursday, and you ask them typically for the good time to call, right? And they say, I don't know for sure, but why don't you try in the morning or afternoon? So if you could show how you use SmartCloud Calendar Assistant to help to schedule the follow-up meeting.
Yeah, that's exactly a very, very good feature to show, because that's something that is very, very paramount in today's communication. We communicate via email, we communicate via events. So it's pretty easy. For example, right now, I want to send out, or I want to book a meeting with Eugene right now. Using our enterprise calendar, you have various ways to actually go about scheduling a meeting.
So let's say if you need to share your calendar availability, we have two options. First, you can just show your entire screen, and second, you can just show the time slots when you are really available for that specific meeting. So let me show you how that works with the SmartCloud Connect. So let's say, again, back to Todd as a good example, guinea pig for this. So let's say me and Todd just had a nice call on the phone, right? And Todd asked me for a call next Tuesday. And I have a full day open, obviously, but I don't want to tell Todd that I'm available the entire day. I want him to call me in the morning, because I have other things in my mind that I want to do during the second half of the day. So what I do, in the sidebar, you see there's this icon, send meeting time slots. I click on that icon, right? And then what I do, it loads my calendar into that sidebar. I choose, let's say I told him next Tuesday. So I choose next Tuesday. And it shows me what time I'm busy. So you see I'm busy, let's say, in the morning, but I also have 2 more meetings in the evening, but I'm pretty much open from 2 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. So I can choose, I'll show him that time slot only between 2 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. for the meeting. Then I click next. I provide the duration of the meeting. So let's say 30 minutes should be enough. I provide the location of the meeting. Let's say that's going to be GoToMeeting, for example. And I can also choose what's that meeting is related to what Salesforce object. So let's say I type test, for example. Doesn't matter, but I can just relate this meeting to anything I wish in my Salesforce. Now I can also choose the time slot. So it shows my local time zone, but let's say I know Todd is in Eastern, US Eastern, so I can choose that time slot for him. And then I provide meeting details. So Todd, let's talk, yeah. And then I click next. And basically what happens is that SmartCloud opens the compose window for me, as you just noticed, right? And it just inserts those time slots that I've suggested for the meeting between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Todd's local time. And so when Todd receives this email, it will basically, he will click on that time slot. It will open a separate window in the web browser, and it will not reveal my entire calendar to him, only those time slots that I've specifically suggested to Todd for the meeting, you see, and then he can just book the specific time that he chooses that works best for him, you see. So he just clicks on the time that works for him, click book a meeting, and the meeting will go to me as an organizer and also to whoever I had in CC, which is Todd, or into our CC field, and CC field or to field. So everyone will be on the same page. And this functionality increases the follow-up rate by 90% at least, because obviously you won't be successful on the follow-up unless you have a specific date and what's more important, time scheduled for the meeting. Because typically if you don't do that, if you agree just on the day, you can call in the morning, Todd would be busy with the customer on the phone, you call him a bit later, he would be having a meeting with his boss, again later he would be at lunch, and so you can call all day long and with no luck. But if you schedule the specific time that will show in his calendar, that will increase the possibility of the follow-up rate big time.
It basically eliminates the ping back and forth of actually requesting a time slot from your client. So Alex, looks like we have a couple of questions. We have two questions from Eric, and we also have another question from Angela.
Okay, so yes, so how do you set an alert for scheduled tasks? So once you create a task, you don't need to schedule a specific alert because these are being provided by Salesforce itself. So you don't need to invent a wheel once it's already there. So obviously with the SmartCloud sync functionality, you can also sync that task from your Salesforce into your Outlook. So again, you will be able to use Outlook tasks functionality and see what task you have specifically created, and they will pop up onto your Outlook. Or if you use Salesforce, you see, like in my case, you see my reminders here, which all come, by the way, from Salesforce. Or you can just use Salesforce alerts, task alerts to see what you have to do today through the pop-up window in Salesforce.
And that also applies for the events, which Eric is also talking about. And he also wants us to touch on the difference between the two in Salesforce. Yeah, that's task and events.
Yeah, so again, with SmartCloud, we will cover that later during the demo today. You can not just synchronize your tasks between your Salesforce and Outlook, but also your calendar events and even calendar appointments. If you just use calendar as a reminder, as a task tool, you will be able to also synchronize that automatically with your Salesforce. So just before we continue with the presentation, I have another question for you. Who are you looking to implement such solution as SmartCloud? So is it just for yourself, or maybe for your team, or for your company you have an assignment to do, or you just basically explore new technologies, so you just want to see what's available there on the market? So again, please take your time and choose the right option that is applicable to you, and we will carry on with our demo. Alrighty, thank you very much for your vote. So let me show you what we got so far. So 55% of our attendees today looking for the solution for the company, 27% for just your own teams, 9% of our attendees just for themselves, and another 9% are just looking to implement this solution for just exploring new solutions that are available on the market. So our next topic of this webinar is, so far we have shown you what's in it for my reps. Now, what's the value SmartCloud has for the company's top management, for the executive team? So how that solution could be beneficial for the top management. So obviously, if you are in a position in the management position, you want to be on top of what's happening in the company. You want to understand how your reps are working with your prospects, how well they respond to the emails,
KPI levels.
Yeah, you want to check their KPI, right? And you need to be able to create reports, right? But your reports in Salesforce really depend on how diligent reps are. Yeah. On doing their data entries. And like I mentioned during in the beginning of this webinar, that reps don't like doing their data entries because it takes their time. In fact, there was one research done which says that about 60% of their times reps are spending on doing different types of reports and doing the data entries, everything, but not what their primary activities should be. Like if you're in sales, that should be selling, right? If you are in supporting customers. And so you need to have the modern market requires that you need to implement productivity tools like SmartCloud to allow your reps to concentrate on their primary activities and let the automation take care of all the data entry. And so what SmartCloud can do for you, it can provide your Salesforce, your CRM system, with the right data so you can run your reports in Salesforce natively using Salesforce native reporting system and understand what exactly is happening with your reps and see all their activities. So one of those is the ability to synchronize your emails into your Salesforce. And let me show you how SmartCloud synchronization works. So I'll show you my inbox. You should be able to see it right now. And over here, you will notice that some of my emails are marked with the blue rectangles. You see them? So basically what it is, it tells me that this or that email has been synchronized automatically to the Salesforce, you see? So let's say if I open an email, let's say in my sent items, let's say I open that email, right? And I can see that the Salesforce category has been applied to this email. So I do know for sure that this email is already in Salesforce. Additionally, if I look in the sidebar, you will see those little green check boxes. They tell me to which Salesforce record specifically this email has been synchronized. Now, the good thing about synchronization functionality is that it's fully automated. It requires zero of my time to do the data entry into the Salesforce to make sure that those emails are in the Salesforce. And that way, if I, let's say, open an email interaction with Kelly in Salesforce, I will see all emails that I've exchanged with her. Not just I will see, but obviously my management will see as well. They will see all emails that have been exchanged with her, you see. And so SmartCloud tells me what emails, been sent to her. If I wish, I can read those emails. And my bosses, if they wish, they can read those emails so they understand what me and Kelly are discussing. Now, this data is extremely valuable also for reporting system. Let's say I'm my boss, right? And I want to see what emails Alex is sending to his or her prospects, right? So what I would do, let me show you a report that I've created, send items. So this report basically shows how many emails I sent on a daily basis. And obviously the report data has been collected thanks to SmartCloud Sync functionality. So since all the emails that are being sent to my clients, to my prospects, are being automatically synced with the Salesforce and matched to the appropriate matching Salesforce records. So yeah. Salesforce right now is gathering the report. As you can see, it's trying to get all the report done, and that will basically display the number of emails I sent on a daily basis. Right over here, you see. So it shows, let's say today, for example, one email has been sent, yesterday 3, before yesterday 29, 96 emails. So basically it is capable to show the numbers of emails that are being sent. Obviously, if I can choose specific data range for this event. So let's say I want to choose maybe last week, right? I click Run Report, and I see exactly how many emails been sent by me during the last week. You have this graph that shows the number of emails and all the reports. Also, if I decide to show details, I can even read those emails. This information is extremely valuable to me as the boss, because I can understand to whom Alex wrote an email, what they've been discussed in those emails. If I wish, I can open any specific email that I'm interested to read, and I can see exactly what's been discussed in that email. So this is an amazing solution for the executive team, because they can see exactly what emails are being sent, what emails are being received, and they can track all the activities. And it's not just emails that SmartCloud synchronizes, but also calendar.
Yeah. Okay. So the same logic as Alex has explained with the emails applies for the events as well. So you can see that we provide a full automation of event sync and meetings and appointments with your Salesforce. Now the tool is so smart as well. It automatically links that email to multiple users within the body of that email. Now also you can see that the dark blue events have been automatically synced, and we also have the flexibility for users to manually semi-automatically sync emails by using our assign category functionality. So this is very, very essential for users that are within the field, and they can use the offline mode to push Outlook events to Salesforce. Now a quick example on how this will look at on your Salesforce calendar. You can see this is my Salesforce calendar, and you can see I usually create all my meetings on my Outlook, and they are automatically pushed to Salesforce. So basically, let's look at the meeting that I had. I'm gonna have for tomorrow. So just to look at all the details that have been picked up.
And again, since that data already is in Salesforce, if you're in a management position, you can create a report to see how many meetings your rep scheduled.
Of course.
You can check the duration of the meetings, whether or not those meetings been accepted, etc. And the good part about this, again, you are using Salesforce native reporting system to run all the reports. SmartCloud just feeds the data needed for Salesforce to show those reports to you.
Yeah, because you can see the information that have been highlighted here. You can see all the users that have been connected to this event have already accepted this meeting. So even if I go to the primary contact that is connected to this meeting, you see that that exact meeting has been placed as an open activity under that said contact.
Now, another advantage of SmartCloud over, let's say, our competitors is that SmartCloud is capable to filter what should be going automatically in Salesforce and what should not be going automatically in Salesforce. So you should be able to see my screen right now. So I'm currently on SmartCloud sync settings. So just to reiterate, SmartCloud offers a bi-directional synchronization, which means that whatever events you have in your CRM will go into your Outlook calendar, and vice versa. Whatever you have in your inbox calendar will go into your CRM. And so how can you filter what should be synchronizing automatically with the Salesforce and what should stay in your, let's say, inbox, right? What data should remain as private? So here we are. This is my sync settings page, and you can see that we have the option that is called blacklisted domains. So with this functionality, basically, I can remove any recipient from being automatically synced. Let's say I have a contact, Robert, and his email is Robert, let's say gmail.com. So if I add him to my blacklisted domains, then any email interaction with Robert will not be automatically synchronized with the Salesforce. So that way you can choose exactly what you want to get out of the automatic synchronization. Or let's say you don't want any synchronization with anyone who is on Yahoo domain. So you can add an entire domain name. That way you can remove them from the automatic synchronization. Again, this is something unique to SmartCloud. In most other cases, you would have to either synchronize everything or nothing. With SmartCloud, you can pick what you want to synchronize.
Very flexible.
Yeah, it's very flexible. Additionally, SmartCloud fully recognizes your Outlook privacy settings as well. So let's say if I have this meeting and I don't want that meeting to be going into Salesforce, I can just simply mark this meeting as private in the ribbon. And if I do that, you will see the padlock just appeared. And that basically means that this event will not go into Salesforce. Additionally, because of that flexibility, SmartCloud, for example, will not synchronize any internal interaction you might have between your employees discussing some sensitive data into Salesforce, and that will remain just between you and your colleagues. So again, this is something very unique to SmartCloud, as you can choose what you want to synchronize and what you want to put in the Salesforce. So another question I would have for you before we will wrap up this meeting is what integration do you currently use for Salesforce and Outlook integration? Just for us to give an idea who you're working with and maybe offer you some differentiation to understand how to let you understand how we're different, what additional value we can offer for you, and just to give you, to allow you to compare your current solution with the SmartCloud. We have different differentiation tables available. So you can vote here. All right, so we have results available. So if you haven't voted, please click now because I will be closing the poll. So this is what we got so far. Let me share it with you. So 27 of our attendees today use SmartCloud Connect for Salesforce. Thank you guys for being our loyal customers. We appreciate that. Another 27% use Salesforce Lightning for Outlook. By the way, if you would want, we can offer you a personalized demo, how we differentiate with the Lightning, just to give you some ideas, what additional value our solution provides. Another 9% are using LinkPoint, and 36% use something else. So let me just close this. And before we finish the meeting, another great question that you might guys be interested to answer is, would you like a personal demo for yourself or your team? So again, you can take a vote and let us know if you would be interested to get in contact with us after this webinar. And maybe if we haven't covered something during this webinar, we can cover that during our personal meeting. Obviously, we would like to learn about your requirements and then offer a solution that we can provide for your business dependent on your specific requirements. So please, again, take your chance to vote. So again, one other thing worth mentioning is that SmartCloud also supports natively your Outlook for iOS that works with iPhones and iPads, for example, or iPhones for Android. So if you have reps, let's say traveling, or if you have reps working in the field, then SmartCloud would be able to provide solution for that. And again, they don't need to install new apps. They don't need to learn new habits. They would be able to continue on using their Outlook as they typically do, as they did before. It's just with one bonus, that they will have enough integration with the Salesforce and their email client. So again, we can show you how that works with the mobile support that we provide. All right, so let's finish the vote. So let me share it with you. So 56% of our attendees say, yes, I would like to schedule a demo with you. Thank you very much. So we will send you an email follow-up after this webinar today or tomorrow, and offer you flexible time slots using our calendar assistant that we present today, right? So you can pick the time that works best for you for the webinar. Obviously, if you're not ready yet, it's okay. So again, you will have our contact details. So feel free to email us a bit later, and we would be happy to show you all the specifics of the demo. And again, these are our contact details. So if you do have some questions, you can see my email, alex@invisible.io, my LinkedIn profile. So feel free to use LinkedIn as another way of communication with me or Femi. You can ask your questions in real time, get the answer in real time, and we will be happy to work with you. So, and this is our website, so https or www@SmartCloud Connect. SmartCloudConnect.io, right? So you can go to our website and learn more about our company, and maybe request a demo there, or just go through the knowledge base to see what is available.
And I guess if you're also interested in having a copy of the video for the webinar,
yeah, we'd be able to share it with you as well. So, alrighty, thank you very much for your time on today's webinar. It was great to showcase our solution to you. And if you have something that you would like, if you need any, if you have any additional questions, feel free to contact us on the details below you see right now on your screens, and we'd be there to help you.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll look forward to hearing from you guys. Reach us directly, and we'll be glad to tailor to any questions that you have at the moment.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.